The controls of the GP grader are the most ergonomically correct controls in any motor grader built today. A lot of work went into getting these controls comfortable and precise. Moving them from the antler rack back to the armrests was a huge step forward, but it's vitally important that we get these controls adjusted properly to the size and shape of the operator. Let's review these seat and armrest adjustments. To adjust the seat height, press the engine start switch once to energize the ignition. Push on the knob to raise the seat. Pull on the knob to lower the seat. Pull up on the fore and aft adjustment lever to move the seat forward or backward. Release the lever at the desired position to lock it into place. Move the ride firmness adjustment lever to adjust the firmness of the ride. The lever on the left lets you adjust the seat back angle. The lumbar support control is on the back of the seat. The armrest controls on this GP model are easily lowered into place. Armrest height is adjusted by loosening the knob on the rear of the armrest and raising or lowering the armrest. Once in place, the knob is tightened. The control pod can be adjusted fore and aft by loosening the pod with a lever underneath. Sliding the control pod to the desired location and tightening the lever. The arm pad height and angle is adjusted by loosening two levers on the side. Notice that these levers, like the lever underneath seen earlier, are spring-loaded so that they can be pulled out and oriented to the optimal position for tightening. Refer to the decal on the left rear cab post for detailed instructions. The same adjustments are found on the right armrest controls. It's important to ship the machine with the seat and armrests adjusted in a fashion that will get you off to a good first impression. Make certain that the seat is all the way up and all the way back, that the armrest assembly is adjusted all the way up and the pods are adjusted all the way out. This will accommodate a large operator. It's easy to move it down for a smaller operator, but it takes time to get it up for a big operator. Let's have a look and see what happens when you don't have it adjusted properly for a big operator. There's nothing worse than getting in this machine for a big guy like me and having everything cramped up. You see, I can't even operate this machine because I can't get my foot up high enough to get on the clutch or on the brake. I'm all crammed in, I feel claustrophobic. My first impression of this machine is very negative. Now that we've delivered the machine with the armrests and the seat in the correct position for starting, let's get the operator in the seat and adjust it specifically to his body shape and size. Making the operator comfortable is a 5-step process. The first step is to get the seat height correct for the operator's height. That's why it's important to start out with the seat all the way up. It's much quicker to lower the seat down. About 90 degrees for the knee is about where you want to be, but go by what your operator tells you. The next step is to get the fore and aft right. Move the seat fore and aft until he feels comfortable on the pedals and controls. It's important to get this seat height correct in order to give enough clearance on top of the knee for the control pod. Step 3 is adjusting the height of the armrest assembly. Loosen the armrest off and lower it down as close as you can get it to the operator's leg to still give him enough clearance to move up and down for the clutch lever. Once you've found that spot, tighten it in and adjust the other armrest to the same height. Occasionally, you'll find operators with either very long legs and long arms or very thick legs. You won't be able to get enough adjustment to give him clearance on top of his leg and have enough room for his elbow to rest comfortably on the armrest. In that situation, there's a further adjustment that you can do, but it's going to take a couple of tools. So to do this further adjustment, first we need to bring the seat back all the way ahead and loosen these 4 cap screws off. Then rotate the armrest assembly all the way up to the stop and then push it further than the stop and tighten your cap screws back up. Now that I bring my armrest down, you see that I have significantly more clearance on the top of my leg than I do on the left side that's in the original position. Both are adjusted all the way to the top, but now the stops on the right-hand pod are limited so that it can't rotate all the way down. This gives me more leg room, but if I want more elbow room, I can move the entire pod down. Now I still have enough leg room, but I've also got a lot more elbow room. The fourth step is to adjust the fore and aft adjustment on the control pods. With the control pod adjusted all the way back, some operators will feel chicken winged. With it all the way forward, most operators will be comfortable. However, it will start to enter the operator's line of vision looking down at the blade. The further back you can adjust the pod and have the operator comfortable, the better visibility you'll have to the blade. Once you have it in the right spot, lock it in, check the number, transfer to the other side, and adjust the opposite side to that same number. Your fifth adjustment is the arm pad adjustment. This can be adjusted up and down by use of these controls here. However, I caution you not to adjust these too high. Start out your demonstration with them adjusted all the way to the bottom. If your operator feels that he needs a little more support, it's okay to adjust them up. However, if you start out with them too high, after a few hours of having his shoulders pushed up, the operator will be uncomfortable. So it's better to start out with these at the very bottom and then adjust them to his comfort level as the day goes by. Now we've completed the adjustments to the seat. Your operator is comfortable, he's ready to go to work and see how ergonomically correct the GP controls of this grader are. The last thing we'll adjust is the steering wheel and the tilt. It's important that we go through these steps in the order that we specified. So let's go back through them one more time. First, seat height adjustment. Seat fore and aft travel. Armrest assembly height and angle stop if necessary. Pod fore and aft adjustment. And finally, the armrest pad height and angle. A comfortable operator will give you positive results from this demonstration. There is no more critical step in this demonstration than making certain that this operator is comfortable. When he's comfortable, you will have a positive result from this demo.